Hi guys, it's me again. I hope that you are doing great. Today, what are we talking about? The dangers of delay. It's so interesting how sometimes when we put off doing what we need to do and we come up with excuses and give them facelifts called reasons because they sound so much better and look so much better instead of being very honest with ourselves that we're just making excuses. And so we put things off, and sometimes we conjure up some stories in our heads. At least I know for me that, oh, I actually need these things before I can move on to that. I need these documents. I need this amount of money. I need this fancy mic. I need this lighting. I need this camera. And deep down, it's not true. And here is where delay is very dangerous. The minute you decide to do it, whether because you're just fed up with your own BS or it has to be done now, like you have no choice, then you realize in the process of doing it that you didn't need those things at all. But you would have known that you didn't need them had you started when you needed to start from the onset, from years ago, from last week, 3 weeks ago. Case in point, I have this thing that I need to reapply for. I did it many years ago. It recently expired. And for the weirdest reason, I don't know why I was telling myself I need the same prerequisites that I needed 10 years ago when I was applying for said thing. When that is not the case, I was just coming up with excuses because had I started the process, I'd have realized that all the things I worried about, all the things I thought I needed were irrelevant completely. So, what do we do now? What do I do now that I realize that putting off stuff really doesn't help me in the long run? Well, an accountability buddy, my best friend, she's supposed to tired of me, my close friends, just to remind me sometimes that Ruthann, you're really putting this off and it makes no sense. You're not doing yourself any favor. So I don't know if that's you today where you keep putting off stuff and it's a little bit more than just procrastination. Like it runs deeper because for years, if we keep doing the same thing over and over, they say practice becomes perfect. And whatever you practice, though, is what becomes perfect. So if we keep practicing the wrong things like procrastinating, putting off things that we really can do today, and things we put off and say, oh, I'm going to need 50 minutes, I'm going to need an hour, 3 hours. It doesn't happen like that. Sometimes we start and it takes us 5 minutes and we're like, oh, look at that. I really should improve, And then before we know it, we're back to square one where we're delaying everything without just cause. And I'm saying, if you are like me, and this is where you are, where you keep put things in, I'm sorry, my brain just goes off like crazy. Because even this video, I was supposed to do this video yesterday, and then I was supposed to do it this morning when the light was out. And you'd have thought that, hey, Ruth, and you had your big moment last night, and you just know that you need to do this video. It's timely. You need to work on this. And no, what time is it? It's 7:01. And I'm just doing it. And, better late than never is what we often say. And I learned sometimes that, it's better to be never late. But here we are. And I'm saying, if you're like me and you keep putting things off, we'll have to do something about that. Let's do something about that. I don't know what kind of schedule we need to create. I don't know if we need to go outside of our homes, outside of our offices, or maybe start posting online so that you can be held accountable. Whatever it is, let's stop the delay because it can be so dangerous. And yes, we love to talk about delayed but not denied. And yes, but sometimes when you are the problem and you're the one delaying, causing the delay, sometimes you're going to get denied. Because while I don't believe that opportunity knocks but once, and opportunities come in various forms, and I also believe that not everything that looks beautiful is an opportunity that you should take. I'll also say that sometimes by delaying, we are the ones that stand between us and possibilities. We're the ones who stand between us and great opportunities to really do the things that we need to know, not just want to do. So while I run off, because today I'm so proud of myself because this is a little bit over 5 minutes, I just want to encourage you guys to step out in front of yourselves, step outside of yourselves. If you have some bad habits that you need to break, and just do the damn thing. Honestly, just get it done. Just start. Because once you start, you'll realize that it's not as hard as you thought it would be. And even if it is, you'll find help along the way. Until next time, bye bye.